Push me. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, you ready?
Wait, I'm sweating. Jesus, it's hot.
Welcome to Hollywood. Welcome.
To virtual tarot.
I'm Trudy, and this person
here is Ava.
This is Ava.
Yes.
And
we
were just saying welcome to Hollywood.
Yes, we were, because it's really warm in Egypt.
Yes. Welcome to Hollywood, Ava.
It's really hot in Egypt.
It's hot.
We're at the pool, which
Yeah.
I really feel like taking a dip right now.
Yes.
But welcome to ancient Egypt. Welcome.
Welcome to ancient Egypt.
They think it's rather odd, people wearing glasses
Yes.
back here in ancient Egypt.
I
So
took my glasses off. Oops.
they'll think you're an alien.
I know, you never know, right? It's the suspended disbelief thing, you know, where you
Yes.
have to be in costume completely and totally.
Yes,
Or
completely.
you break the mood.
Or you break the mood.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Now, welcome Pisces to our oracle table here in ancient Egypt. We decided to come back here in our time machine
Yes, we did.
because it's an absolutely fascinating era. An era in which our mother goddess, Isis, had her birth, and she was the archetype for the female spiritual
Sacred.
the sacred
Female.
the sacred female, those qualities that are ours. That is the quality of the nurturing spirit, of telepathy, of faith, and of kindness and gentility and compassion.
Yes.
And so we've come back to explore that, and plus we're exploring the civilization in itself. What an interesting people the Egyptians were. Some of the greatest architects
Yeah.
in the world,
Builders. Yeah.
and
They even have Sephora back here, you know? Everybody was wearing makeup. Lots
right.
of guy liner.
well, they were aesthetic.
Yes, they were.
They
cared
they love beauty in every form.
Yeah.
The beauty of the female form as well. So, and men didn't were not shy about looking beautiful.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with
And
that.
there's nothing wrong
Pisces
with that.
man.
Pisces man.
Pisces
Yeah.
men like to look beautiful.
Yes. Well, there's all kinds of
Or they're
Pisces men.
Pisces women.
Did you know that Steve Jobs is a Pisces?
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yes, some of the most successful people in the world are either, or billionaires by proportion, are mostly Pisces and Virgo. And it isn't because we're so interested in money as we are interested in quality. And that's Steve Jobs was totally interested in the quality of his product.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
So
Okay.
let's do a little recap for us.
Do
I'm a Pisces, of course.
A little recap. Okay.
Ta-da!
And last month, okay, Ava got the Fool since she's a
Yes,
Pisces.
we Pisceans received the Fool. So
Yes,
we went on an adventure.
Yes, she did.
Whether that was just a psychological adventure or an actual physical adventure, or we decided to take a risk of some sort, or we decided to take a leap of faith towards something, trust in the validity of something, and not be swayed by those sort of facts that might, argue against it.
Right. So that was kind of a nice overall view of
the entire month,
April
right?
as an adventure.
Right.
April was just sort of colored with
And-
adventure.
Yes, and so it's a very exciting card. So there was a lot of action, constant action.
Yeah, and then we had 5 of Swords in the position of the unexpected.
Oh no, it was a challenge.
Oh,
That's right.
oh, was it in the
Yes.
challenge position?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So 5 of Swords, which is rock and hard place.
Right.
You can't win for losing because somebody's going to lose. And
Yeah,
how do
so-
you make things a win-win situation? Yeah.
Exactly. So it's about, swords are about mental ideas And so you're in contention with some people or someone over some ideas. And since it's your challenge is not to offend, I believe.
Yeah.
To offend your opponent. Because we can also, like Steve Jobs,
Yeah.
he was not
You can
shy about
also-
offending people.
Yes. Be highly offensive.
He's, yeah. Highly offensive.
Highly offensive. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But anyway, okay, so that is the overview. And what we do here in Egypt, welcome to Egypt. What happens in Egypt stays
in Egypt. Yes.
4-card spread.
Right.
First card represents the overall environment of the month.
Yes.
Second, position of your challenge.
For that month.
For that month.
For the month of May.
Then we have
Have we mentioned that? The month of May.
the month of May. Then we have the card of the unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to wrap the whole thing up with the 4th card, which is kind of the key to the story.
And we do a lot of girl talk.
Yes, we'll do a little girl time. So
here we go.
are you ready
I'm ready.
to partake
Of
of the cup?
I'm ready to partake of the cup.
All right. Okay.
Ha! More work.
That's interesting. This is the 8 of Pentacles.
Yes.
The reason I say this is interesting is that in the month of April,
No, May. Oh, in the month
April,
of April.
Gemini got this card.
Oh, and you and I are partners.
Yeah, and we're partners, and this is the work card.
Yes.
Paying attention at work.
And Trudy has had to do that.
Yes.
Diligently.
Yes, it really
And learning new things as well.
came true.
Yes.
Pay attention to the details.
And this is now the prescription for Pisces is also, this is work related. It is, doing what you love, for one thing. That's very important.
Do it for the passion.
Do it for the passion, but it's being meticulous, exact, careful in your work, and learning as you go, and applying yourself, absolutely focusing on the project and keeping your eye steady
Right.
on the
It's kind of
work.
like that, keeping your eye on the ball.
Keeping your eye on the ball.
Because it's easy to become distracted at work. And you
It is.
have this person coming into your cubicle.
Yes, and now these open cubicles.
Yeah.
It can be very distracting.
That person, I mean, it's so you really have to pay attention to the
Right.
details because you don't want to let the ball drop.
And
So, you ready for the next card?
I'm ready for the next card, and in the position of your challenge for the month, Pisces. Queen of Pentacles, that's very interesting.
So it's
All right.
okay. Well, we know what this is.
All we do.
All right. Well, and that's good because you're managing.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's sort of the one is the actual work. The first card, the 8 of Pentacles, is the actual work.
Right.
But your challenge is to manage it all. That is to manage, to run your business
To manage it well.
and to manage it well.
Right.
To be the
Queen of the practical.
the Queen of Practical.
Yes.
And that often isn't that easy for us.
For a Pisces.
For Pisces, yes.
Well, this is sort of the dirt card. It's like
Yes,
it's the Queen of the Earth.
right.
So
you would think
she's-
like if you had a garden,
Right.
it would be the tending of your garden.
Right. And this woman can stretch $1.
Oh, she can.
It's like a coupon clipper, a sales shopper, or
And believe me, that's me too.
yeah,
I can stretch $1.
Yeah.
And so it's frugality.
yeah, and that's the challenge this month.
And also it's beyond that. Believe me, it's also sensuality.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Because the Queen of Pentacles is an extremely sensual queen. She
is the sexual queen.
She's the sexual
of
queen.
the
Yes, so
board.
it's about sensuality.
Uh-huh.
It's about the cultivation of beauty. She loves beautiful things. She loves a beautiful home.
Right.
She loves to decorate. She loves to, again, tend her garden, to create beauty around her, and to manage her money well.
Yep. She's actually the queen that likes younger men. That's true.
Well, I don't know if I identify with
Yeah,
that,
she
but,
is the queen who. No, this is the Queen of Pentacles. That's not you. You're a
No,
Queen of Cups.
no, I'm-
But this is the woman who
Yes, but
enjoys younger men.
that would be a challenge.
But anyway, so that's a challenge.
But
that's a challenge. But she is salt of the earth.
she's the salt of the earth, and she loves her children. She is Mother Earth. In fact,
She is Mother Earth.
she has a lot in common with Isis.
She does. Well, she is one of the, Isis has a lot of
aspects.
yes. So
Right.
this would be the childbirth aspect,
Yes,
the nurturing.
that's right.
aspect,
She's the mom. She's
Right.
everyone's mom. She's not. If you don't have children, you become your friend's mother.
Right.
Your father's mother. You know, everyone's mother.
Right.
And so your challenge is to be that. To cultivate beauty in every realm.
And to rule
And to rule.
with in practical matters,
Yes.
you need to rule.
Yes, in other words, you need to keep your eye on what's practical. And for a Pisces, well, there are, of course, many kinds of Pisces. Like Steve Jobs, I'm sure, was
I'm
very
sure he wasn't that practical. Not
No,
really.
not really. He wasn't
was not
really.
practical
He's not
at all.
practical,
He's
no.
very impractical.
But he was a stickler for perfection.
Yes, he was. But he actually bought a house and didn't furnish it. And I believe the house cost $2 million.
Oh, that's
and they have
true.
pictures of him sitting
That's true.
cross-legged
Right. And
in the middle of the house, meditating with zero furniture.
That's Pisces.
Yeah.
That's Pisces. Even when they have $1 billion, they really don't care.
Yeah, right. So anyway, we digress. So
We
let's
digress.
move on
Pardon us.
to the next card and the next position, and let's see if that one is also a pentacle.
Let's
I'll
see.
be interested to see.
It's a major arcana card. So unexpectedly, oh my goodness, strength comes up upright. So
it's all about.
well, it's about.
Well, last month. Okay, let's go back to the 5.
Oh, yes.
We had the 5.
All right.
So, and we had said.
So there was contention, there was disagreement, there was a little battle of wits.
And
Let's
so
just say.
perhaps you don't really fight that fight in the month of April, or you have, but you've learned in the month of May that you catch more flies with honey
Right.
than with
Exactly.
venom.
This is the gentle woman.
Right, and she has strength of heart.
Yeah, she has strength of heart, and she uses her gentility to tame the beast.
Yes.
And if that
So-
beast is on the outside, the beast could be an event, it could be a person, it could be a emotion,
Oh, it could be an emotion.
and these are
That
you see the
resonates.
lion represents our sort of the id, the raw emotions underneath that need to be tamed. So unexpectedly you have to tame your instincts, you have to tame the sort of raw,
Right, the primitive brain.
the primitive brain. Yes, the reptilian
Did
brain.
you know we have 3 brains? But we'll go into that later.
You come here and you find out so many things.
But that's the one way back here.
Yes. So that, and that unexpectedly, also, you are strong. You're capable. You have, this is strength of character.
Yes.
And you
it's
show
a
your
knowingness.
strength and a knowingness. But again, it's using your femininity.
Right. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
You're the beauty.
And this
Use
was
your
called,
beauty.
Isn't that interesting? Because your challenge is to cultivate beauty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here, it is your beauty that tames the beast. So don't go,
Cultivate beauty on a material level?
no, on all levels.
Oh.
But because beauty, they're great singers also. Queen of Pentacles are very great singers. So it's that you could think of as being material, but
I
it
guess
isn't.
so.
You know,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. Well, I see this as a little different
All right,
than
please.
you do. But the way I see it is this is your month to really pay attention at work because you're distracted.
Yeah.
And so that sort of colors the entire month. And if it's not work, you're paying attention at home. You're keeping your eye on the ball.
Cutting coupons.
Yes, and because this card comes right after.
Right.
And this is the card of the woman who is she rules her domain in a very grounded, practical, sort of earthy kind of way.
Right.
She's not frivolous at all.
No.
This is the anti-frivolity card right here.
She tends to be serious.
She can be very sensual,
Yeah.
but she's
Sensual
not
but serious.
frivolous.
No.
She probably wears Birkenstocks, okay? So that may not be you. You may not be the Birkenstock wearing queen, but this is your challenge this month, to get grounded.
Right.
And to wear sensible shoes. And then, we're moving on to this card, which is, to me, this is the Beauty and the Beast card.
Right.
And the card of the, this position of the unexpected here, I don't really know what that means. I mean, I know it's like...
I know in the unexpected, it's difficult to really transpose that card into its true meaning. But really, to me, it's just unexpectedly. There may be some sort of beast.
Yeah.
That you have to tame.
And so you need to watch what you say.
Watch what you say. Don't speak impulsively.
Yeah, and flirtation is just fine. Say what you have to say in order to get your way.
That's right.
It's really okay.
It's be poetic.
Did you hear what I just said?
What is it? Say it again.
Say what you have to say so that you can get your way. It's gonna be okay.
Trudy, you're outdoing yourself.
I know, I'm writing poetry on the spot. Spot poetry. Couldn't even remember it. But yeah, okay, so let's see what comes after the Beauty and the Beast card.
All right.
Woo! It's Egypt.
All right.
Woo! It's Egypt.
10 of Wands. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Why? Because, as far as I can see, at the end of the month, you complete your project. Because it's about a project. It's about the evolution of a project.
Right. Not a very glamorous month.
Not a very glamorous month.
Sorry, Pisces, because you guys are the glamour queens. But this is like, oh, great. I get to keep my eye on the ball at work.
Right.
Although I'm doing it for myself, so that's kind of nice. I'm learning new things.
You're learning new things and you're really enjoying it too.
Right.
So it's not something you're doing that you don't like.
But for some reason, your challenge is to exemplify the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles, who I call the sensible wearing shoe queen.
I love that description.
She's not glamorous.
She's not. And no, you don't need to be.
Yeah.
So you need to keep your feet on the ground, in other words, because we always are in the clouds.
Yeah. That's so your challenge. Is to
challenge
be sensible.
is to be sensible and to keep constantly our feet on the ground.
Right.
And then
wear sensible shoes. And then you come to this card, which is this card is different. This is like
someone is challenging you.
Use your beauty.
Use your beauty.
Yes.
Use your poetic sensibilities to tame the beast.
Great.
Oh, we are good at that.
With words and
With words.
flip of the hair and, you guys are pretty sensual, sexual, and graceful.
Some of us.
Graceful.
And graceful,
Yeah,
yes.
very
Yes,
graceful.
they are graceful. They are very graceful.
So this is killing them with kindness right
Yes,
here. But using your
even when they're
femininity.
yelling at you.
Yeah, unexpectedly.
Just smile.
So at
you'll disarm them completely.
So at the end of the month, you get the Ten of Wands, which is going to, we got to pull it back here to this card.
So the job is done.
The job is done.
The job is whatever it is
Maybe
you were working on.
Even to another job.
Well, summing it up and taking it to market. I always think of this as taking it to market. So then you've done something where you now can show it to the public.
But to wrap it up, and we may have two interpretations, you go first.
All right. At the beginning of the month, you're presented with work challenge, and you may be having to learn as you go. And what this calls for you to do is to be absolutely attentive, focused, diligent, undistracted. And then we move to the Queen of Pentacles, where you need to be the Birkenstock
Queen.
wearing queen. In other words,
You might have dreadlocks even.
I love dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks and Birkenstocks.
Yes.
And a couple of babies.
A couple of babies. You're attending to your
Yeah.
family's needs. You're attending to the needs also of your business, because she is able to do both. Because she's pragmatic. She clips coupons. She
Stocks up on canned goods.
And she does her taxes as
Right.
she's suckling her baby. So she does everything. The next card, the strength card, to me is about taming the inner beast or the outer beast. Whether there's a beast in your midst that's roaring at you and you need to control them, well, you do it best with kindness. You disarm them with kindness. And inside, if it's your own beast that you have to tame, the aggression, anger, all the negative emotions, you do so also with softness. You do it with stillness and with love, inner love, self-love. So the end, in my estimation, is about completing your project and taking it to market, moving forward with it and presenting it to the public, to whomever. Maybe it's one other person, maybe it's two, maybe it's 1 million. So finally being at a point where you can present it, perhaps also being overwrought a little bit by all that you've had to do this month. It's
Right.
a work month as far as I can see.
Yeah, and I don't really have anything to add to that.
All right.
I agree with what you just came up with.
Okay.
Thank you. But I do see that this is the month to, we have said pay attention at work. It really looks as if Spirit is saying that is something that needs to be on your radar this month. Pay attention at work. And maybe even practice a little bit of frugality this month. And that seems to be your challenge. You may want to go out and buy a new spring wardrobe or schedule a vacation or even, anything that isn't practical. Any desire that you have that is frivolous, take a little time. Write it down, take a photo of it, whatever you have to do, and take a couple of steps back. Before you actually move forward. Because this is the opposite of the Queen of Wands. This is the unimpulsive Queen.
Seems you have to get something done.
Yeah, so you have to be very practical. And then, of course, this is just, strength of character, using your beauty to attract what you need to attract, to calm, to tame, perhaps a bully at work, maybe, or
that's often the case, isn't it?
Yeah, it's someone who,
a detractor of
a detractor. Yeah, because that's sort of an unexpected thing. But at the end of the month, it's back to work again, and you've got a lot of responsibility. Because you really pay attention at work, but that's not a bad thing. Just, try to keep your eye on the ball. Because to me, this says, wow, I've got all this responsibility. You could become very distracted. You could lose your focus. What is your focus? Because you got to come back to this card.
Right.
Why are you doing what you're doing? Make a plan, okay? Don't just do. And I think that kind of sums up the
pragmatism also, is that with a plan, you can be practical.
Right.
Without a plan, it's that much more difficult.
Yeah.
So plan your work, plan your home life, and follow that plan. All right?
And great month for you. Sorry, King of Cups did not show up. So, if you'd like to know about the King of Cups, go to our website, virtualtarot.wordpress.com. We have a new website, okay? And we don't know why. But for some reason, it seems a few people are a bit confused by our new website.
Yes, so we're trying to unconfuse it for you by creating a single button from which you can make your purchases.
Purchase a reading.
But you need to peruse or look over the menu options so that you can choose one that's appropriate for what you need to know, what you need, spiritual guidance. So let us know, if you would, what you would like on our website that you don't see there.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That would be helpful also.
Yeah.
Your input would help us a great deal.
And well, I have to say, and we're putting things on the website that we feel are of interest to you, which are our Herstory episodes.
Herstory.
Get it? History, Herstory.
Uh-huh.
And, which is the journey we're following
Yes.
through the sacred divine. We're mining information about the sacred divine, and we're presenting it to you. So please follow that journey. And you can take the Queen quiz on our website.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch some of the archived shows from previous months. So anyway, that's what we have going on.
But most importantly, we'd really appreciate if you had if you took the opportunity to choose a reading from us, because it helps us to support these readings here.
Right.
And we very much thank you
Yes.
for that.
And I do want to say one more thing.
Yes, please.
Which-
It's so hot.
We always say, I know,
Egypt.
Vegas. It's like Vegas, baby.
It's like Vegas.
Subscribe, share, and check out our Facebook page. But I do want to say we have been very excited to note that we have quite a few viewers today in modern day Egypt.
Oh.
I think
yes.
we have quite a few people, women, 100% actually watching us from that part of the world. So thanks for watching.
From the Middle East of all places.
Yeah.
It is, and we want to do a little shout out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
watching.
And we really makes our day.
It
So
does.
have a great month, Pisces. We'll see you back here in, oh my gosh, in June.
In June.
And
Half the
stay
year's gone.
tuned. I know it's time to Christmas shop. But not for you, because you're practical. And stay tuned for the next Herstory episode of
Isis.
Ava narrates.
Yes, the mother of all goddesses.
Yes.
Isis. Her history, her story is quite beautiful, and you might understand why we women have been a little bit undervalued throughout history. It has a starting point, and this is the starting point. So,
Thanks a lot. You ready to say goodbye?
I'm ready to say goodbye. Goodbye, Pisces.
The history of female and mother goddesses help us, as women, to understand how slowly, over time, the divinity of women, which had been held in high respect in antiquity, became fractured and eventually lost its value in cultures around the world. Isis, the primary mother goddess of Egypt, is a prime example of this. Isis has been worshipped longer than any other known goddess. From the origin of written history to the 5th century AD, her worship began in ancient Egypt and later spread throughout Asia Minor and Europe. Her religion was a mystery cult in which she was revered as Queen of Heaven, Earth, and the underworld. She was the goddess of love and gaiety. She was a powerful and magical healer, gifted with the ability to cure mind, body, and spirit. Isis is regarded as the universal mother. She is often portrayed suckling her son. She was a particular protector and patron of women. Isis guided women in childbirth and comforted women bereaved by the death of loved ones. Her qualities of compassion, tenderness, love, and devotion have endeared her to women throughout the ages. She is a reminder to women of their connection to the All-Goddess and to each other. As a patron of women, she affirms women as great sources of strength, healing, and inspiration for each other. She shows us our own ability to heal ourselves and to heal others. In the 4th century BC, Isis worship reached its greatest peak. There were great temples built to her. The cult of Isis spread from Alexandria throughout the Hellenistic world. After the 4th century BC, it appeared in Greece in combination with the cults of Horus, her son, and Serapis, the Greek name for Osiris. The 3-part cult of Isis, Horus, and Serapis was introduced into Rome. In the 1st century BC, Egypt became a province of Rome under the leadership of Augustus. The Romans ruthlessly extracted money and resources from Egypt. They thrived at great expense to the conquered Egyptians. Over the centuries of Roman domination, people in Egypt and throughout the Mediterranean world sought comfort through the worship of the traditional Egyptian gods, whose mythology embraced a central belief in life after death. In time, the consulship of Rome made efforts to suppress or limit Isis worship. The cult virtually died out after the institution of Christianity, and the last remaining Egyptian temples to Isis were closed in the middle of the 6th century AD. In ancient Greece, the god Zeus emerged triumphant, but there were also several other gods. The male god of the ancient Hebrews, ancient Christians, and ancient Greeks effectively usurped the creative powers of the mother goddess, claiming for himself the female ability to produce offspring. And now, billions of women in the modern world are left without a positive archetype of the feminine divine. The ancient goddess Isis serves to remind us of a time when the female qualities of compassion, tenderness, love, and devotion were revered by mankind, so that now we as women can once again recognize and revere our own feminine divine.